Not every conversation behind your back is negative. In fact, many conversations are rooted in curiosity and respect. People speak about your discipline, your silence, and your growth. Some admit that they never expected you to evolve the way you did. Others acknowledge your strength, even if they never say it to your face. Of course, there will always be a few who project their insecurity. That is inevitable. But pay attention to the pattern. Your name keeps circulating, not loudly, but consistently. People say that you keep your word, that when you speak, it carries weight. Not because you speak often, but because you speak carefully. People trust that, not because you demand trust, but because you are steady. You do not perform, you do not exaggerate, you do not gossip. You pause before responding. You measure your words and consider the impact of what you say. And in a world addicted to noise, restraint appears rare. People say that you are reserved but not distant, grounded but not rigid. You're intelligent but not arrogant. You know how to interact without overstepping. You know how to disagree without disrespecting. You know how to stay composed without becoming cold. People feel safe around you, not because you promise protection, but because you do not exploit vulnerability. They sense that you would never take what is not yours, that you would never harm for an advantage, that you would never trade your integrity for attention. People say that you are the same in private as you are in public. You wear no mask. You have no second face. You do not rehearse a persona. And that consistency is what earns respect. You do not speak simply to fill silence. When you offer insight, it actually makes sense. It carries logic, reflection, and lived understanding. Some say that you walk alone, but even in solitude, you do not appear unguarded. There's this quiet assurance about you, a steady sense that your steps are ordered. When people leave conversations with you, they leave thinking, learning, and reconsidering. Not because you impose ideas, but because you invite perspective. You are not perfect, yet you are intentional. You are not loud, you are anchored. And that is why you are valued. I'd like to end this message off with a parable. In a small village, there were many fountains. They were ornate, they were loud, they sprayed water high into the air where everybody could see. But during a long summer drought, the fountains dried up first. At the edge of the village stood a plain stone well with no decorations, no spectacles. It did not make a sound. Yet when the villagers were thirsty, they quietly walked to the well because the well did not display the water, it contained it. The well didn't perform, it provided. And though it stood alone, it sustained the entire village. The lesson? Character speaks long after words fade. Consistency builds a reputation that no performance can imitate. When you are grounded in integrity, people can feel it. When you guard your tongue, your voice gains weight. And when you remain authentic, you become rare. So be the well. Your depth will always outlast display. And what is deeply rooted will always be drawn from with respect. And that's it for this video. I'd like to thank everyone who made it to the end of the message. I'm truly grateful for your support. If this message resonated with you at all, please consider dropping a comment, giving me some feedback, hitting the like button, and subscribing. It's been Chris and Nisty, and until next time, take care and have a good one.